What if intuition isn't just a feeling, but a way of seeing? A vision that doesn't rely on eyes, logic, or proof, only resonance. Because the soul doesn't look outward to find truth. It looks through you. In the physical world, we see with light. But in the spiritual world, we see with awareness. Intuition is the soul's form of vision, the quiet knowing that arises before thought, beyond reason, and beneath the noise of doubt. It doesn't analyze, it recognizes. It doesn't argue, it whispers. And yet, that whisper can change the entire trajectory of your life if you learn to trust it. So today, we're exploring intuition not as a mystical ability, but as the natural sight of the soul, the perception that remembers what your mind forgot. Let's begin. True intuition isn't imagination. It's perception without distortion. It's the soul observing reality from a higher vantage point, unfiltered by fear or desire. When your mind races, your sight narrows. But when you quiet your mind, perception expands. That's when intuition begins to speak, not in words, but in frequencies of feeling, subtle energy, and symbolic flashes that the logical mind can't categorize. This is soul sight, awareness interpreting the invisible. It's how you sense truth before proof, alignment before action, danger before evidence. You don't learn intuition, you remember it. Because it's the natural way your consciousness navigates the unseen. The reason so many people doubt their intuition is because they mistake it for thinking. Thought is loud, repetitive, and urgent. Intuition is soft, calm, and complete. Thought argues, intuition knows. Thought seeks control. Intuition offers direction. It speaks in timing, that sudden impulse to call someone, take a different route, or say no when everything seems fine. And when you follow it, synchronicity becomes your language with the universe. To see with the soul is to listen beyond the words, to feel the yes or no in your being, to recognize truth by how it vibrates, not how it sounds. Intuition doesn't fail you. Distortion does. Fear, trauma, and conditioning cloud the inner lens, turning guidance into confusion. You begin to project your hopes and anxieties onto reality, mistaking emotional turbulence for divine messages. To restore intuition, you must purify your perception. That means returning to stillness, grounding your awareness in the present moment where the soul naturally speaks. Meditation, breathwork, and time in silence aren't rituals for escape. They're acts of recalibration. They bring you back to the 0 point where seeing and being become one. And from there, clarity arises like sunlight through the fog. The soul communicates in symbol and sensation, not sentences. Dreams, gut feelings, and subtle coincidences are all fragments of a greater map. When you notice repeated symbols, like numbers, animals, names, or colors. That's your intuitive field reflecting your vibration back to you. The outer mirrors the inner. You begin to see that intuition is not just internal, it's holographic. Every intuitive nudge is a frequency match between your inner world and the field of consciousness around you. Your soul speaks through reality itself, and reality rearranges itself to speak to you. The more attuned you are, the more precise the dialogue becomes. To live by intuition is to walk by inner sight. You stop moving from fear of the unknown and begin to move from recognition of the known within. You don't predict the future. You align with it. Every decision made from soul sight carries peace, even if it defies logic. Because intuition doesn't promise comfort. It promises truth. And truth, once followed, always leads to expansion. When you stop doubting that quiet knowing, you rediscover the world not as chaos, but as choreography. Every step, every turn, every encounter is perfectly timed by a deeper intelligence you can feel, but not control. That's what it means to see through the eyes of the soul. The more you honor your inner vision, the more your outer world begins to align. The path opens not because you figured it out, but because you felt it out. Intuition isn't mysterious. It's natural. It's your soul remembering its own map. And every time you trust it, the world becomes clearer, softer, and more alive. As if the universe itself is looking back through your eyes. If this journey spoke to you, be sure to like, subscribe, and share this video with someone ready to experience life beyond thought. Comment below. How does your intuition usually speak to you? Through feeling, vision, or synchronicity? I read every comment. If you'd like to support my work directly, you can do so at buymeacoffee.com/MagnumOpus333. Or you can explore some original merchandise at my Teespring store online. The link is in the description below. Remember, your consciousness is the key that unlocks reality. Let's keep unlocking it together. Thank you for watching. Until next time.